Hi friends, this is Suzy, your Candy Crush Guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 1168. But because this is one of my very favorite levels for collecting sugar drops, I'm going to have a quick sugar drop tutorial as well, and this is a special dedication to sugar. Okay, so we have got some of these dots here for the levels marked with a C. That means that those are sugar drop levels. Now there are certain times that you can collect sugar drops. Here I have got some candy here with these superhero utility belts marked with a C, and I've got a present over here, and I've got a ratio, 11 out of 36. And so what that tells me is if I can reach 36 sugar drops, I'm going to get a reward. I'm going to get boosters. Now what happens is I collect a total of 180, and that'll give me a total of 12 boosters. After I've done that, I have a cooldown period of 8 hours. So this will no longer have this ratio. Instead, it will have a clock. It'll say like 7 hours, 56 minutes, and 42 seconds until my next opportunity to collect. I collect then another 180 boosters, or I'm sorry, sugar drops, and that gives me another 12 random boosters. I don't get to choose which ones they are. Now I can collect those sugar drops by any old level that's marked with a C, anything that I've already played. I can only do it once per 8-hour period though. Or any new level that it's my first time playing it through, I can collect sugar drops on it. So let's talk about how to collect those sugar drops. Also, if I go to a level that's not a sugar drop level, I can still see that there's not a clock here, there's a ratio. So it's time for me to collect my sugar drops. I just can't do that from this level. Once I beat 1168, it'll show this grayed out too because I'll already have beaten this level once during that 8-hour period. So let's talk about how to beat this level now. The reason I like it so much is I can collect a lot of sugar drops, but there is a problem in the beginning. I have to get rid of these ticking time bombs set at 8 before I die. So I've got to get them unsheathed from the marmalade and then totally eliminated from the board. Eventually my mission is going to be in 40 moves to collect 300 purples, but I can't even focus on that right now. I'm going to make this because, of course, it gave me a color bomb, and that can be very explosive. Now I've got the opportunity to do this or this with a stripe. I like this one because it takes out more of that stem of marmalade. So now I've got almost everything uncovered from marmalade, and I have to keep looking at collecting these ticking time bombs, eliminating these ticking time bombs. Here I'm going to make a stripe right down the center, because of course that'll hit all of this. And then we're going to talk about collecting our sugar drops. Our sugar drops are collected. You see how we created one? That's because I made a move that made at least 4 subsequent moves. And the nice thing about a conveyor belt is that's a catalyst. Taking a turn is a catalyst, a way to make change, and the conveyor belt is a way to make change. And so anytime I have a way to make change on the board, if it can create a cascade, I can earn one of these. And then once I earn one, I need to collect it, match it up, or take it out with a special so that it goes into my little apothecary jar here on the left-hand side. I'm going to do this, though, because I want to focus on these ticking time bombs. They're now set at 3. Thankfully, I got another color bomb here. And now I think, well, let's see, I can do this. I'm going to have to start taking things out here. What can I take out to ensure my success? Well, if I take out all orange, I get rid of this one, and this one's in the most isolation. So I'm going to take out all orange from the board, hopefully concentrating the colors enough. Ooh, I took out another with a color bomb, and that's good. And now I've got such a concentration that no problem, I've gotten this gone. So I made a move that made cascades. I got this, plus now the conveyor belt makes cascades. I get another one. I collect them and they go into the jar. And I try to collect as many of these as possible, so I try to make as many cascades on the board as possible. Now I also have to consider my mission. And when I have a mission that involves collecting a target color, I ignore the fact that I have to collect a target color. What I want to do is create as much chaos on the board as possible. Now I can take out purple here, or I can take out orange. Well, purple does seem to be more prevalent than orange. One of the problems is that I remove a lot of purple from the board. It strips it down. The good news is that this is so volatile that on this level in particular, it's pretty easy to get that purple back up. So I don't worry about not using my color bomb with the target color. On some levels, especially very small boards, I specifically don't use my color bomb to take out the target color because it can just create problems for me. Unless there's a really good reason to, unless the purple were very prevalent, and then I probably would anyway. But if I only have 3 purple on a board and I have 17 orange, I'd be better off taking out the 17 orange. I could probably still collect the 3 purple anyway through cascading by making that much motion. So here, this is going to be a really volatile move. I'm going to make a stripe. It's going to take out 3 by 3, 3 columns and 3 rows. It's also going to hit this, and it's going to set off a lot of other specials here on the board. Look at how volatile that is. So without concentrating on purple, I already have most of my order filled. Now here's the thing. I don't want to take out too many purple too quickly, because remember that every time I have a catalyst, like taking a turn, that's my opportunity to make a cascade that gets me one of these sugar drops. And so if I leave the board, if I finish this right now and I leave the board and I still have 20 moves left, then that's 20 missed opportunities, actually 40 missed opportunities, because of course every time I take a turn, then the conveyor belt goes. Alright, let's see. So I'm going to make some moves that are designed to hopefully create some cascades, but not designed to use up all of my purple. I like to keep a ratio of about 10 to 1. So if I have 108 purple left, I want about 10 or 11 turns left to take those out. I think I can take out about 10 purple per turn without trying much. Because the ratio is so skewed here, I'm going to look specifically at slowing down the opportunity to take out a whole bunch of purple, while still, of course, trying to make those cascades. Now, of course, it's usually better to win the level anyway. So if I do beat the level and leave some of the turns on the board, that's probably better than not beating the level. But actually with sugar drops on the new platform, that's not necessarily true. So here's a piece of quick information about the old platform versus the new platform. The new platform has a lot of advantages, but collecting sugar drops is not one of them. I actually, if I really need boosters, prefer to collect my sugar drops on the old platform. There are a couple of reasons. First of all, unlike on the new platform, I can open up several tabs, and I use usually Google Chrome. So I'll have a couple of actually windows. I can do either tabs or windows. I'll have a couple of windows, 3 of them, and I'll open this level on all 3. And on the old, and I can't do that here. If I open them up, it gets all confused and it doesn't give me the sugar drops from each of the levels. Once I play it once on this one, then that's pretty much it. Okay, so now I have less than 10 moves and I've got 53 purple. So now I will more actively try to search for ways to collect some purple here. Now, any time I win is fine. So again, going back to old versus new platform. On the old platform, I can open up multiple windows and play this same level multiple times. And this is such a high score for sugar drops. Even though I have other levels I can go to for sugar drops, not very many are going to give me this many sugar drops. Level 1476 will if I'm up that high, and level 666 will if I can clear out the ticking time bombs there. But at this stage, this is one of the best levels for collecting. And so that's why it's nice to do this on the old platform. And I do have a link to the old platform if you need it. Here, oh, there we go. We got it collected. Now the other difference is here, if I collect 40, and I'll probably end up with 41, nope, maybe 42 even, because that will probably get collected in the cascade. So, let's just go with 41. So I collect 41, I finish the level, I beat it. Oh, I'm going to get 42. and I get 42 sugar drops. That's how it is on the new platform. I get whatever I collected. On the old platform, if I beat the level, it doubles. So instead of getting 42, I would get 84 sugar drops. And when I only have to collect 180, you can see how quickly those accumulate. So here I reached not only this, but almost up to 84. That will be my next opportunity to get presents. And I get a couple of my boosters. I got a lolly hammer and I got a gold bar. So those are going to be added into my coffers, and I will be able to use those for anything I need them for in the game. So that's how I beat level 1168, and that's how I use it to help me. Now notice that this is grayed out. I can no longer collect my sugar drops from this level until I'm finished collecting and I get that clock, and the clock expires and it brings me back. I can, however, go to other sugar drop levels and collect, because this isn't grayed out right now. That's how I beat this. If you'd like to see more videos, you can subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, if you want the link to get to the old platform, it's a little bit complex going old to new platform, but I find it's worthwhile if you really need boosters. Put that in the comment section. I'll try to answer you as quickly as I can. And as always, thanks so much for watching.